Good morning, friends. Good day. It's morning here, real early morning. Some people are night owls, and I'm a early morning owl. But anyway, I thought I'd make a little video today, and what prompted it was my video I made yesterday about leaving the paranormal. Well, actually not leaving it, but stepping away from sessions, more or less. And I made a few statements in there that I didn't really define. And you know, a lot of times I say one thing, I mean something else, and I say one thing one minute and I say the exact opposite the next. And by going back and watching that, I was not happy with something I said about opening doors. You know, that's a metaphor. When you use a spirit board, you use a ghost box, they say that you're opening a door. Well, actually, there's no real door. I mean, you know that. But it's a metaphor. You're opening a crack. You're opening a window to the other side. Basically, I don't believe you're actually opening anything. But what you're doing is you're providing an avenue for them to move freely back and forth. Can we close it once we open it? If we do open something like that, when we make direct connection with a spirit, just by saying I'm closing this door now, is that enough? Does that really make it so? And while you've got the supposedly door open, you have no control of who or what comes through it. So when you close this door, what assurance do you have that whatever may have came through it has left before you close the door? You don't have any. It all goes back to, like I said, it's doing this is a gamble. But I believe rather than opening a door, you are opening a personal avenue between you and the spirits. You're opening yourself up to them. You're psychically opening a door to your thoughts, your soul, your spirit. You are connecting. And by doing this connection, you're opening yourself up. Call it a doorway, call it whatever you want, but you're opening yourself up to the other side of the veil. And once you do that, I believe it's very hard to close. I mean, you know, you have no control over it, just as we have no control over the spirits themselves. Sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you get a bad one to talk to. Sometimes you get them that are hateful and mean and spiteful and call you names and swear at you and cuss at you and tell you wish you were dead. Sometimes I believe they actually apparently do come through. Some of them can make you sick. I mean, you know, we went through this all yesterday, but on that last video I made, but I was just disturbed about how I 1 minute said, you know, about the door, I didn't explain good enough and how I feel about it. And I can be wrong. I don't know if that's true or not. But, you know, I believe that's why, by you continually opening yourself up to the afterlife and to the spirits on the other side, by you continually doing that, I said this yesterday too, they get to know you. I mean, you're putting yourself out there, you're opening up your conscience and your spirit and your mind and your body. You're opening up all this to invasion by spirits, demons, whatever the hell's lurking on the other side. You're opening yourself up to it. And what happens to you by doing this, like I said yesterday, it's a damn gamble. You don't know, you know, that all the time you're going to get good spirits. You can start your session and say, oh, I only want to talk to good spirits. Only good spirits, nothing bad. What assures you of that? Not a damn thing. You can say it all you want, but that, you know, it doesn't assure that that's what you're going to get. It would be nice to be able to talk to just, you know, good spirits all the time. But that doesn't happen. The bad ones still come through, even if you tell them not to. I mean, you know how we talked about when we cross over, we take our essence with us, everything we know, memories, all that stuff. Well, if you're a bad person, There's bad people over there. They don't give a damn what you say. They don't care whether you want them to leave, you don't want them to come through, you don't want them to stay. They could care less. Are they evil? Yeah. To you, they might be evil. To the devil, they might be a compadre, a nice guy to the devil. So you're messing with shit you shouldn't be messing with. You know, I said yesterday too that I thought it was okay if you wanted to really do it, but I don't think that. I really don't think that's good. I really don't think anybody should do it. It's just too much of a gamble. Too many bad things can happen. I mean, let's equate it to a car or something. You drive a car, you never know when you're going to get in an accident. It can happen in a split second anytime. You don't drive down the road with no doors on your car because you might fall out. I mean, you know, when you contact these spirits, you got no control over what's going to happen when you contact them. And if you keep doing it over and over and contact them over and over and over, you're putting your welcome mat out there, and they get to know you, and they say, oh, that Moses guy, he talks to spirits, you know, and then he draws them all in. Where do they know you? And then if you don't do the right things, you know, you're not a nice enough guy, or you PO them, you know. Oh, what color is this? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, what color is this? I see people doing that, and that's BS. It's no different than sticking, here, Rover, go get the stick. Here, Rover, here's a treat if you sit up, sit. I mean, that's what you're doing to the spirits. If you was over there and people were trying to talk to you, would you like that shit? Would you like that? And I see people doing that every day. Oh, it's for confirmation. Ah, bullshit. Everybody knows they can see us. You don't need to ask them what color shirt you're goddamn wearing. I mean, who cares to start with? You know? And another thing that I'm guilty of, always asking them their names. They had a name when they was human. Are they called by their names when they're spirits? I don't know. They could be. It may be. Or are these, you know, spirits are all telepathic, and once you just come in contact with another spirit, you know their name. I mean, you know, they know our names. They know everything about us. So when you're in spirit form, why wouldn't you know everything there is to know about other spirits? You know? You wouldn't ask them what their name was. Probably names are just a human thing. You know? Probably once you're a spirit, what your name was is the farthest thing from reality. Because I'm sure realities are different. I've learned in my 3 years that they tell me that time is irrelevant. There is no time when you're a spirit. Once you die, there is no such thing as time. Time is a human measurement. It's a measurement made and derived and invented by humans. And that doesn't hold true once you're a spirit. There is no such thing as time. That's why when, let's say one of your loved ones die, and you're in mourning. You're in, you know, you're all bent out of shape, and you just give nothing to, you give everything you have just to get one more moment with them, tell them goodbye, because maybe you didn't get a chance to tell them goodbye, and tell them you love them, and you wish for this, and it don't happen. And then lo and behold, maybe 7 or 10 years down the road, that person shows up at your bedside and says, I'm okay. Don't worry. And then disappears. Well, wouldn't you wonder why it took them 7 or 10 years to come tell you that? How come it didn't happen instantly? There's been cases, lots of cases of that. And I believe it's because there is no time. Whatever is good for them. I mean, whenever they do something, they do it. I mean, I don't think they're not held back by time. They're not confined by time. They don't measure time. Time is not irrelevant. Irrelevant. You know what I'm trying to say. Bad word. Irrelevant. There we go. But you get my drift. So just another little video, and because I want to, you know, talk about that doorway stuff. I'm sort of wishy-washy on that. I'm wishy-washy on a lot of things that have to do with this paranormal because there's really no way to tell one way or the other. But after doing this for 3 years, I can tell you, I don't think it's a good thing to talk to them. If you don't have a super high drive in your soul to do it, don't do it. Just watch other people do it. Do like you're doing now, watching paranormal videos. It doesn't get you involved where you can't get out. We talked about the fish hook and getting hooked by doing sessions, and it has happened. And you don't have to deal with the people. If you don't make a video channel on paranormal, you don't have to deal with the people, the public. John Q. And it's something. That's another thing about doing that. Making paranormal videos. You have to deal with the public. And people, they're not nice. Some of them are not nice. We've all heard of haters. We've heard of kids that troll your channel. You have to put up with all that. And sometimes it's not your fault. I mean, you just got mean, nasty people out there that like to ruin your day. And I've had them. They've come and gone. I've turned comments on and off and threatened to leave and not do this no more and blah, blah, blah many times. And I know it. And I just had somebody the other day make a remark about, oh, you're quitting again. That's fine. I know it. They don't need to tell me. I know what I do. And whether people that watch me like it or not, I've said all along, I really don't give a shit. Because I didn't make these videos for John Q Public. I made them for me. And I just posted them on here, and people took a like to them. Some people did. And the ones that did, subscribed to me. And yes, I have monetized videos. I'm an old man. I don't work. I don't ask for donations. I wouldn't take one. I have had people try to give me donations, and I wouldn't take it. I had somebody send me money in PayPal once, and I sent it back. I don't take money from people. I wasn't in this to do that. I wasn't out to make money. I ain't out to entertain people. I was just into this to learn and to satisfy my soul about what's going to happen to me once I pass over. That's the only reason I did it. It was a very big drive in me to do this. I was scared as a little boy. Those of you who don't know, I'm sure I've told this story before, but when I was a little boy, my grandfather, the one I told about the other day, that the spirits knew about him rocking me on his knee, and me in my pajamas with the foots in them, and he'd rock me on his knee in his rocker. Old man, skinny old man, frail old man, was a farmer all his life and worked hard all his life, and smoked that nasty tobacco, and he outlived his son, my dad. My dad died at 49 years old, and he died of what today could be fixed. He had plugged up arteries, and they didn't have bypasses or balloons or none of that stuff. Angioplasty, they didn't have none of that stuff back then. So he had a stroke, and he lasted about 3 days as a vegetable, and he died. And I was 9 years old. Well, this devastated my Grandpa Frank. It devastated him so much. I mean, that's the worst thing that can happen to a person, is to lose one of your children. Well, have one of your children die before you. That's the most devastating thing that can happen to you as a human. And it happened to him. He was 80-some years old. And he went down in the basement, laid out all his stuff on his pocket watch. I got his pocket watch. He laid all his stuff out neatly on the workbench down there in the basement. He strung a rope from the rafters, climbed up on a chair, and stepped off. He hung himself. He killed himself because he couldn't. The pain was too great because his son went before him, and he probably missed his son so much that he just had to join him. So, what do they say? Life's a beach, and then you die. I say life's a bitch, and then you die. Some people say that hell is here on earth. And for a lot of people it is. I mean, we all have tragedies and stuff that we wish didn't happen to us. But the man up above controls that. You got no control over it. You have no say. You have to roll with the punches, take what you get, and deal with it. And people that don't deal with it commit suicide. And that's the worst thing you can do. It's not good in the eyes of the Lord. But I can see how it happens. Boy, how did I get off on this tangent? But anyway, I do believe that maybe we do open something, but I don't believe we have any control in closing it. I really don't believe we're opening a per se door. I believe we're opening a line of communication between us and the other side. Maybe we're piercing a hole through the veil, and that little hole is us sticking our nose into the veil, talking to these spirits, but we're not supposed to be sticking our nose. So, if something can come through that hole we poked our nose through, I guess we have no control of stopping them. And if there isn't a hole, once you start doing this, you make a hole by contacting spirits, by opening yourself up to them, by committing to talk with a person that you know is dead, rotting in the ground somewhere, or are ashes already somewhere in the ground, or was burnt and gone, there's no body. And even though I believe we are a spirit in a body, I don't believe we should be talking to them. Some good can come from it, but also bad can come from it. The good thing for me that has happened is that I found the Lord once again. I found spirituality. My soul has been assured that when I die, I'm not going to end. I'm not going to be worm food. I believe that there's something afterwards. And I wasn't sure of that when I started. I wasn't sure of anything. I wasn't an atheist, but maybe I was an agnostic. I just, I'm the person, a skeptic person that has to show me, You have to show me. My eyes have to see it. But I'm not going to keep rambling, but another little video from Mo Moses. Whatever wisdom I got from my years, whatever I say, I don't take it to be 100% true, because I'm not that smart. I'm just a normal, everyday person like you guys. But I like to make things right when I think I did something wrong, and I don't think I did something right the other day talking about the doorways. At one time I said I think it's okay for you to do it, another time I said no, don't do it. So that's wishy-washy, that's yes and no. And today I'm changing my story. I don't think it's good to talk to these spirits at all. I don't think you should do it unless you have an absolute burning drive to know something, like I did, because of being scared when I was a little boy because of my grandfather committing suicide. My mom used to send me down in the basement where he did the act. She had a old Michigan basement, and she used to have a big bunch of shelves along one wall, and she put all the canned goods down there. It's like a pantry. So when she was cooking, every time she wanted something, she'd send me down in the basement to get it. And I used to be scared, pardon my French, shitless of going down in the basement. Why, I don't know. I know my grandfather would never hurt me. He loved me. But yet, knowing about the act and all the commotion that went on when it happened, the police there and all this stuff, and I guess as being a little boy, I got it into my head that something was really bad down there, and I shouldn't go down there, because she sent me down there for something out of the pantry, and it was just terror for me. I'd go down there real quick and grab what she wanted off the shelf, and I would fly up them stairs like somebody was right behind me, going like that, trying to grab me. And I was just scared, pardon the French, shitless every time I went down that basement. So, when I got older, I wanted to know about the other side. I wanted to know about the paranormal. And things have happened at my old house, my mom's house. My daughter lives there. I sold her the house for pennies on the dollar, and she lives there. There's French doors there from the living room. You go into a bedroom, there's French doors, and my mom used to live in that room. And my daughter sat there watching TV before, and those French doors, not one, but both of them, opened by themselves. And she tells me all the time about things that happen. Water faucets turning on every now and then, and different things. I think my mom's still there. She loved that house. I don't know, I think she lived there 40 years or more. She loved that house. Even when she got bad, she didn't want to leave it. She wanted to be independent. And finally I couldn't let her anymore because of her health. And I brought her here to live with me. She had cancer. She fell and broke her arm. And just one thing after another, it's what happens to us when we get old. But she loved that house. And I believe she still visits there. And my daughter does too. So, okay, I'm going to have my talk. I got off track and talked about a bunch of things I wasn't planning on talking about, but you know me. Anyway, gives you something to watch, huh? Maybe I just get on here and relate crap like this, and people like me to talk, so here I am, running my jib like a motorboat. Catch you guys later. Thanks all for watching. Thanks all for listening to me. Thanks for being my friends. I'm going to toodaloo again. Toodaloo. Toodaloo, toodaloo.